I have now the honor requesting Terence Nombembe to address the Assembly.
Thank you very much, Vice-Chancellor. You've helped me with the protocol formalities, so I would not even attempt to go through those, but let me just formally greet you and thank you for this honor that the university has bestowed upon me. And to the leadership of the university, thank you very much for having confidence in me. My address is going to be very short. I just want to first and foremost highlight the opportunity and how important it is that the council of this university has approved that this be conferred upon me, and also acknowledge the Senate that would have supported this particular honor. And importantly, the faculty to which I belong as a professional accountant that had requested and motivated for this particular honor to be granted and conferred upon me. I want to thank you very much for this confidence that all of you have seen it fit to give this to me today. All I can say is that in return, I need to commit a reciprocal response to this honor. And I can do that only by assuring you that on my side, I will never do anything that will put your confidence in me, including the symbolic nature and gesture of these garments. I'll never do anything that will put all that into disrepute and to shame. I want to make that undertaking in front of this gathering and in front of this leadership of this university. My family has, for the longest time, provided unconditional support and the fuel of a loving atmosphere at home that has consistently propelled the enthusiasm that one needs to have the energy to sustain the passion for the public service calling. It's not an easy calling to be a public servant. I've been a public servant since the year 2000, as you would have heard in my resume. Despite the fact that my family has always been blindsided in what I do when I get to my office, what I do when I get to the field, to get to the departments of our government. The thing that I do when I go into the region with my colleagues in the African region. The thing that I do when I go to the world with my colleagues at a global level. My family has never been cited about what happens there, but their fuel and energy of love is what has kept the enthusiasm going. And I just want to say to you, with my family sitting over there, I want to assure you as well that I'm sure you've never seen me doing anything, and I will never do anything that will erode our collective integrity and the quality of our relationship that we have nurtured and sustained together as a family. And I think with that, we will continue to take optimal maturity of our relationship into the future. We have not even scratched the surface in terms of the quality of our family relationship. And I think an honor like this does deserve that when other people see, when you could not see what I do at work, we need to have more quality time for you to understand also what this means to you. To my colleagues that I see in front of me here who are going to be awarded a lot of honors that is deserved, I want to say congratulations to all of you. Congratulations. This is not a mean achievement at all. You deserve it. It's a milestone in your life. And I sincerely wish that beyond this, even if you got the red garment, this is just the beginning. We still have a lot to do as the learned people. We need to do a lot academically because there are a lot of people that are looking at us and looking at you as role models. You never be on your own. You've got to lift as you rise. That is a reality for our society in our country and in the region for that matter. Professionally, all of you here and all of us here belong to some professional association of one kind or the other. You need to do a lot spiritually so that you're actually grounded in your inner soul. Wealth is something that we can never brush aside in our professional outlook. So our financial acumen has got to be beyond any question and lead by example at a personal level, at an institutional level for the institutions that will actually be holding you responsible for their accomplishments. And I think one thing that we all need to uphold that will actually keep ourselves grounded is nothing else but integrity. This is something that is invisible, you'll never see it. And it is a very humbling variable of what our character should actually be looking like. It is a humbling variable of our humanity and our being. And we don't and cannot even boast about it. It's something that is inside of us that will just keep us sane. And the beauty is that we can all acquire integrity quietly. You don't need to boast about it, as I've said, because it's what actually defines your image to others, to your family, to your society, to your colleagues. And most importantly, it is something that we can use as our moral compass. The ability to say no, the ability to say it cannot be, the ability to say this is not right. Here's the sad part. Without integrity, we can lose our direction. Not only can we lose our direction, we can lose everything. Everything that looks promising. We can lose everything that's about our livelihood. Literally overnight. I promise you, we've seen that happening in our profession. We've seen that happening to leaders of note that thought they're untouchables. Not only can that happen overnight, but that will happen forever. We've seen that happening. And I stand here, I made these undertakings and assurances at the beginning to say, personally, I cannot do anything that will actually shame the confidence that this university has actually shown in me. However, with our integrity intact, nothing, and literally nothing, can lead us into the pit. That you can actually take for free. Our works, the impact of our works, our legacy will forever ring loud, and loud enough for society to take note, for society to emulate, and for society to replicate. That's what we should look like as role models. As this university germinated a seed in me of enthusiasm on my part to explore opportunities for collaborating with various universities, UP included, business, government, civil society organizations, locally, globally, to embark on a journey to cultivate more and more deep wells of integrity, because that's basically all we have in the absence of everything else that is promising in our society. And for me, this is a vision that will undoubtedly deliver what is right, what is good, what is excellent for our nation and for the world that we're living in. The other reality is that we need to commit at an individual level, collectively, to take ownership and make a better world that is favored and endowed with deep wells of integrity. Walter Sisulu, to which the Walter Sisulu University is named after, which is another university that gave me this honor more than a decade ago, said these words: "The battle shall be won and shall have been won if by the turn of the next century," and are still on that path, "poverty, squalor, degradation, and disease shall remain but a distant and fading memory," unquote. Thank you very much.